India asks Canada to extradite Khalistani terrorist Ashdallah after Toronto acknowledges his arrest. Donald Trump appoints anti-vaccine activist and former Democratic presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as his Secretary of Health and Human Services. President Anurag Kumar Disanayake's party NPP wins 106 seats in the snap parliamentary elections in Sri Lanka. Telangana government served notice on Punjabi actor singer Diljit Dosanjh, asking him not to sing any songs promoting alcohol, drugs and violence during his much anticipated Dil-Luminati concert slated in Hyderabad. Karnataka government orders a SIT probe into alleged mismanagement of funds during COVID-19 pandemic by the previous BJP government in the state. Russia says it has opened negotiations on ending Ukraine war if initiated by US President-elect Donald Trump, says the Russian envoy to the United Nations. The British Hindu community inside protests Oxford Union's debate on Kashmir's independence, cites concerns over alleged terror links of speakers. Iran plans to open hijab clinic in Tehran for psychological treatment of women refusing mandatory hijab. Activists express outrage. Diljit Dosanjh is currently dominating with his Dil-Luminati Tour and has been captivating audiences across with his performances. The latest now of that Punjabi singer-actor is scheduled to perform in Hyderabad. However, his upcoming concert has caught the attention of the Telangana government. A notice has been sent to the show's organizers stating that songs promoting violence, drugs and alcohol are not to be performed at the event. This notice, issued by the District Welfare Officer for the Department of Welfare of Women and Children, Disabled and Senior Citizens in Rangareddy, was based on a representation from a resident of Chandigarh. According to the notice, the 40-year-old star is barred from singing songs that promote alcohol, drugs and violence at his live show scheduled, which will be held in Cyberabad. It also restricts Diljit from involving children on stage, mentioning that loud sounds and flashing lights during concert could be harmful to them. I'm joined by my colleague Shreya, who is joining us from the newsroom. Shreya, you have a big packed concert coming in, you have a notice coming in, and then you have this notice based on a complaint by someone who is residing from Chandigarh, who's come all the way to Hyderabad and to Rangareddy district in Hyderabad to file a complaint. Well, it looks like this could have been done before, because the concert was announced long time back, but just at the eve of the concert, the notice coming in. Well, moral policing, a lot of fans are in fact questioning that, others saying that the government is just going ahead with its responsibilities.
Absolutely, Varghese. In fact, this has raised quite a question with regards to definitely the timing of this very complaint having been issued or the notice having been issued. Another very crucial point that has to be understood here is the fact that this concert is taking place across 10 major cities in India. Now, this particular person, in fact, the concert is also to be taking place in Chandigarh, but this particular person has travelled all the way from Chandigarh to get this notice issued for a concert, this Dil-Luminati concert that's taking place specifically in Hyderabad, as you rightly mentioned. Now, the problem here is Cyberabad, as you rightly mentioned. Beg your pardon for that. The problem here is that we've seen such issues being brought up even in the past, specifically as we speak of the Punjabi music industry. In fact, I would like to quote here 2019. There's another Punjabi actor singer, Satinder Sartaaj, who had come out and appealed to people that, do not portray Punjab in the light of drugs, alcohol, violence, and he had even apologized on the behalf of the Punjabi music industry, saying that, this is not something that we should be portraying in this particular manner. Now, if we speak of the Dil-Luminati concert, in itself, it's been marred with controversy since the very beginning. We had seen ED raids take place with regards to ticket fraud initially for the Delhi concert that had shortly begun. Even during the concert in Delhi, there were issues with regards to civic issues with regards to traffic regulations and all of that. But this particular concern of representation, this has been seen in the past against other singers as well. We have seen it against superstars like Honey Singh as well, sometimes even Badshah being in fact called into for the kind of lyrics. That is the main problem, because this moral policing has been seen quite a few times even in the past, that the youth in Punjab need to have a better portrayal to the rest of the world, as well as they need better examples, role models to come up in front of them because of the drug problem that exists in Punjab for that matter. And this particular notice seems to have come in the light of that particular matter in itself.
Shreya, when we are talking about, music concerts, we do know that certain genres do in fact dwell on the dark side of human nature. We've been speaking about it. In fact, in the Punjab music industry, it's been an effort to, there are various themes that are there, and one part of it has been about gang violence. One part of it has been about the degradation of the use of drugs. So it's been part of it as the music industry, and we've seen that it's not limited to Punjabi music industry. Since we're talking about Dosanjh, we are getting that particular aspect across. But the fact remains is that it is there in a lot of music industries. There are in rock concerts, we do know that it's more about rage against some issue or, against something. And you have all these aspects being in fact put across. But then trying to say that don't use them, what is it? It is also trying to take away the artist's freedom to express some kind of his understanding of a societal take when it comes to it. In that case, if we go by the kind of manner in which the notice has been put across, you won't be able to express any of society's issues at all when it comes to it. In fact, the question is whether it's promoting or not is the question that I think the notice in fact looks into.
Absolutely, Varghese. I think there's a question of creative liberty that comes into play into this very question that you've asked. Creative liberty as to till what extent can not just musicians but even directors for that matter, actors for that matter, till what extent can they be portraying a certain topic or a certain part of the society, and in what light? While yes, definitely these songs that we see, they have they represent a darker side of the society, that yes, these problems exist. These are very deep-seated problems that are there in the society. But again, whenever we speak of like I mentioned in my previous answer as well, whenever we speak of the Punjabi music industry, Punjab in itself has been marred with drug problem being at the heart of it for the longest time. So I remember there was the movie Urta Punjab as well when it had come out. There was a lot of controversy with regards to how Punjab has been portrayed, how the youth of Punjab has been portrayed, and these are questions that kept coming up during the release of that movie. Censor board had even raised issues with regards to some parts of the movie. So it's all about representation that takes place, and of course moral policing being the main word here. And one thing that is extremely surprising in this particular case is the fact that a notice having been issued to the particular singer Diljit Dosanjh based on the complaint from one man who's travelled from all the way from Chandigarh. So, and that too barring, and there are a lot of other restrictions as well. No children to be called onto the stage, no flashlights to be used for that matter. There needs to be some control on the sound. Concerts, we've seen in the past couple of months, the kind of concerts that have been taking place across India. There has been a lot of controversies coming up with regards to those, but creative liberty, issues being raised with regards to creative liberty, I would say this is a first in the recent years, especially that to this specific issues being pointed out with regards to how and what lyrics can you use on. At this point, it actually comes in as quite a concern, because when we speak of Diljit Dosanjh, he's a superstar who has been producing albums, singing albums, launching albums for the longest time, and it will be quite a difficult task for the singer to choose songs out of them which absolutely have no mention of drug, alcohol, because there's a sense of representation in music. There's a concept of art that comes into question here, and if that very essence is taken away from his albums from his songs. I don't know what remains of the particular album and of the particular concert in that case. It's not to hurt the sentiments of any particular person out there when we listen to such songs or when such songs are released. It's a art form which represents certain parts of the society. That is the difference one needs to point out in this particular case.
Well, thank you, Shreya, for in fact giving us the details about this particular notice to the singer Diljit Dosanjh, who is having a concert today at Cyberabad, and of course all these restrictions being put just ahead of the concert. Moving on to Karnataka, special investigation team probing the alleged crimes of R.R. Nagar BJP MLA Muniratna on Thursday has arrested Ian Reddy, a police inspector who is currently posted at the Hebagodi police station. Now, what is the reason for the arrest? For allegedly conspiring with Muniratna to infect leader of the opposition in the Legislative Assembly and form